Make sure you master this one aspect of your mind if you want to make it far in life. You see, most of us, we don't pay too much attention to our thoughts. We think, oh, it's not a big deal, the thoughts coming in, the thoughts flowing out. We have in a day like thousands of thoughts. Every second we have a new thought. You see, most people's mind are not under their control. They keep having all these vague, relevant as well as irrelevant thoughts. Now, the problem is that since most people do not have control of their thoughts, they will eventually fall prey to their negative thoughts. You see, our mind is wired, our body, our mind is wired as humans for survival. That is the number one primary instinct of the human body and mind. It's survival. And only after that is your dreams, desires, ambitions, and all that. Your number one trait is survival. And because of that, your body and mind has this instinctive tendency to always be in safety, to always be in comfort, to not take risks, to not go out of the comfort zone, to not face the harsh truths, to not grow much in life. It is the natural state of the human body and mind. And see, this is the thing, most people are not aware of that. And because this is their natural state, their thoughts also will always be in that frequency. Always, when you want to do something to grow in life, your body and mind will instinctively pull you back and put the thoughts in your mind saying that, oh, that's not good for you. People will make fun of you. Oh, that won't work. All these negative thoughts will be put by your subconscious into your own mind, and therefore, the untrained person, the person who doesn't know how to regulate their mind and their thoughts, they'll fall prey to this because they don't know how to control it. They fall into that state of fear, of limiting beliefs, of holding themselves back, and therefore they don't make it far in life. All their dreams, ambitions, all that success that every single human being wants, they don't achieve it. Their own mind doesn't allow them to achieve it. You see, when I was running my first business, I too was in the same state of being where I didn't know the power of my thoughts, where I didn't know the power of my mind. I just wanted to make money, so I jumped into a business and was just dragging it on. I was just trying to figure it out. But I didn't know. The controlling machine was up here, and I didn't have any control of it. So, what happened naturally? As my business progressed, my mind started pulling me back. It slowly started planting seeds of how this won't work. It slowly started planting seeds of how no one will buy, of how it won't grow, of how it's the wrong path. All these things my own mind planted into my subconscious. And because I was untrained, unaware to manage these thoughts, I took it as the truth. I gave in to these thoughts, to the seeds that were planted in my mind. And what happened eventually? All the things that my own mind planted as seeds, I started believing it to be the truth. Whenever I faced some resistance in business, I started telling my own mind, oh, correct, maybe this actually doesn't work. I was literally reinforcing that negative pattern, that negative thought that was meant to keep me down, that was not meant to help me grow. It was meant to keep me down. And I was reinforcing that. I was literally giving it more power by completely focusing on it and by not regulating it. So here's the thing that you need to do, my friends. If you want to take back control of your mind and your thoughts, you're going to start with this one simple thing, and you'll watch how your mind slowly starts coming under your control. You're able to influence the decisions. What is actually right for your life, you'll be able to plant those seeds. What's not right for your life, even though your subconscious will throw things into your mind and you'll want to stay in your comfort zone, by implementing this thing, you'll actually be able to control that. So what I need you to do is implement this one concept called as the daily self-check. You see, every day as you go through life, at regular intervals of time, every couple of hours, I want you to go to your mind. Don't just go through life randomly, blindly, like a machine, just reacting to things and doing things on a whim. Don't do that. Every few hours, go back to your mind and actually be aware of the things that's happening to you, of the decisions you've made that day or the decisions you're going to make that day. Be aware of the present moment at that time. I want you to do this especially before any major event or decision or anything that is important in your day-to-day life. Right before it, I want you to do this self-check. Just for a short moment, cut out from the present reality, from the physical reality, no matter what it is. I'm not telling you to go off somewhere. Just stay there, but mentally cut out. Go into your own mind and process the thought that is being implemented. And you'll notice most of the time it will be something negative, something fearful, something that is meant to hold you back. You see, many people actually go through life out of complete fear. Everything they do, their root is based in fear. And that is why they do not grow in life. So when a decision also comes in life that they have to take a call, they take a call based on fear. That seed that's planted in their mind is that of fear. And since they've let it go unchecked, that fear has grown and grown and grown and taken over their mind and has dominated this decision, therefore keeping them in the same place. So what you're going to do is the moment you go into your mind, I want you to analyze the nature of the thought. If it is anything that is limiting, negative, or holding you back, you're going to cut it off then and there. You see, the best way to stop anything from growing is to directly cut it off from its roots. Just pluck it off from the roots itself. If you're just cutting the top of the tree, it will always keep growing. So how do you kill a tree? You cut it off from the root. It's the same thing with the thoughts in your mind. The moment something negative, something limiting starts to creep up, become aware of it and just cut it off. Now, how are you going to cut it off? It's very simple. We're going to use the principle where focus goes, energy flows. So the moment you start feeling a negative thought, you cut it off by refocusing on a positive thought. Cutting a thought doesn't mean just pushing it out of your mind and sitting in that empty space. That's not how it works. The moment you push something negative out, something positive must take its place. This is the same with habit building. Many people just try to cut off the negative habit and just simply sit there. No, my friends, the most effective way is to immediately replace it with something positive, because nothing can survive in an empty vacuum. There cannot exist an empty vacuum. Space is always filled with something. It's either positive or negative. So when you're pushing out this negative habit or this negative thought, immediately replace it with a positive thought. I'll give you a simple example so you understand this. Let's take the example of a public speaking event where I'm supposed to speak in front of a decent sized audience. Now, let's consider I'm a person who's fearful of public speaking, of speaking in front of large audiences. So therefore, right before this event, my own mind will start planting seeds, and will start planting a lot of seeds of fear. Oh shit, what if you go there? What if people start laughing at you? What if you forget the subject? What if you start stuttering? What if you go blank? What if you don't know what to say? Or what if someone laughs at you in your face? What if someone stands up and insults you? All these negative thoughts that are holding you back will come. And all these thoughts, what does it do? It instills fear. Now, the moment these thoughts come, I have two options. Now, if I'm the untrained, unaware person, I'll start focusing on those negative, fearful thoughts. I'll actually think about it more and more. I'll actually play out the scenario more and more in my own mind. I'll actually think, oh, what if I go there? Oh, and then someone actually stands up, he asks me a question and I don't know. And then I stammer and then they all start laughing and then I get embarrassed and then what do? I might have to run off stage. Oh, it's going to be horrible. You see, the person who is untrained to control their thoughts, they will let their negative thoughts play out. They let it grow and they ruin their life. Now, what does the second person do who is trained to control his thought? Same thing. He's at the moment right before the event and the thoughts start creeping up in his mind. Oh, what if I go out? What if people start laughing? What if I stutter? All these thoughts start coming. Now, the moment this happens, what does he do? Instead of playing the scenario out in his mind, he goes back to his mind and plays the opposite scenario in his mind. He forcefully thinks of only the positive outcomes. He starts visualizing. I go into the stage. I stand up with my chest held high and my face direct to the audience. Everyone looks at me as an authority and as a leader. And the moment I start talking, thoughts naturally flow into my mind. I do not pause. I do not stammer. I speak like a leader with power and authority, speaking with value to transform everyone listening to my message. And at the end of it, everyone becomes inspired. They stand up and give me a beautiful round of applause. And the moment he does this, In his own mind, the negative thoughts are completely cut off, and he has replaced it with positive thoughts. Now, the moment he makes the scenario more and more real in his mind, with all the different sensory experiences, the sound, the taste, the feeling, the vision, the more and more he makes it real in his mind, the more powerful that thought becomes. So, if you want to make a positive thought extremely powerful, root it, deeply root it with increasing the sensory experiences of it: vision, smell, taste, sound, and feeling. All of these sensory experience of that single thought, he increases it, he increases it, he increases it. And by doing that, that positive thought gets firmly established. And whatever he has to do, no matter how scared he was, no matter how difficult the task was, none of that would matter anymore. Because by focusing on this positive thought, he has completely rewired his own mind. He has become a man on a mission, and nothing, no negative thought, no fear can ever stop him. And this, my friends, is the power of learning to control your thought. So, my friends, you've understood a very valuable lesson today: the simple concept of daily self checks. Every time you have an important decision, an important event, or anything important in your day to day life, take a moment, go to your own mind, cut off the negative thought, replace it with positive thought, make it extremely real with the help of all the sensory experiences. Keep focusing on that positive thought. Come back to the present and go achieve whatever you want to achieve.